devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand. Call
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First off, my deepest apologies to leave you guys waiting for as long as I did. It is my fault, and please don't reflect the tardiness upon our delightful guest this evening. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So first off, let me say this: we're less than a minute in. Channel members, sound off. We're going to go ahead and do what we do. For people that are just jumping in here that have never been here, that are here for the first time, just so y'all know what we do. Hey, Shogun, what's up, fam? There he is. There he is. Yes, we got a thumbnail tonight, so let's thank Flying Rich for that. Appreciate you, brother. Yes, that was Flying Rich behind that beautiful thumbnail that you saw, or see rather. So for people that have never been here and are just jumping in for the first time, what we do is we take the first 5 minutes of the show, we greet all the channel members, because you guys are literally the only way that we can do the show, the only reason that we can do the show, because I have completely been neutered and shut down on a particular platform, which shall be unnamed. And because of that, we're doing some things. We're making some moves, y'all. Okay. Now with the moves, you're gonna see, first off, shout out to Kurt24, who was dropping the new channel link. I literally have a new channel that is going to be exclusive for all hard video uploads, shorts, a bunch of boom boom content, pew pew content, excuse me. And yeah, we're going to be using that for some dope content coming up soon. But I need you guys to come in and subscribe to it and watch stuff on it and like it. And I see so much like investment from you guys that are jumping in and actually taking the time to, like, people hit me up like, yo, I watched it, I let it run 2 or 3 times, and then I liked it, then I commented, then I shared it, and I'm like, bro, like, you guys are incredible. So I appreciate all you guys so much. We got some really, really exciting stuff tonight that we're going to jump into. We have quite possibly the best frame artist. What are you talking about, Dark? I'm talking about Glock frames. Okay. We have one of the best Glock frame artists out there. Um, yeah, if you haven't seen Shogun's work, man, oh my goodness, it is fire. Nice. I appreciate that. Hit the like. Awesome, man. You guys are incredible. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into it. I want to say, channel members, sound off for people just jumping in for the first time. Welcome to DLD After Dark. We're gonna go through and welcome everybody into the chat, and we're gonna congratulate who was first, and then we're gonna get it started. We're gonna bring on our guests, and boom. Also, I just want to say, you guys may have seen a crazy product here from your boy Goombeam. Bro, this is unreal. Okay. This blue light from Goombeam is it's just unreal, dude. This blue light is not, I mean, look at that. Look at that. It doesn't even look real, dude. This is like a literal game changer. It looks like the regular EDC, but yes, it is. It's blue. It's, oh my goodness, it's blue. Just, yeah, we're gonna talk about that too. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. Congratulations, Toy Town Inc., who was first this evening. You, sir, are not only first in chat, you're also a channel member, and I appreciate you, my guy. Thank you so much. You're due at least one high five. So congrats, my man. Thank you. And like I said, Toy Town is also a channel member. We got Rusty Shackelford in the building. What's up, fam? Also a channel member. We got my guy Kurt 24 in the back, like Dr. Dre, the producer behind the scenes. Kurt 24, I appreciate you. Drew, my guy, what's up, brother? Also a channel member. I appreciate you. Let's see, Kurt 24, Mike McClune, brother, what's up, fam? Also a channel member. I appreciate you. Zanti Misfit, brother, also a channel member. Let's see, Flying Rich, who, like I said, not only did the thumbnail for tonight, so I appreciate you. Everyone show him some love in chat. He put a, Rich doesn't get enough love. Okay. Can I just say that? I mean, aside from being on every fire related podcast and stream, like, in the world, Rich doesn't get enough love. So I appreciate you, Rich. You're the man, man. Goombeam, brother, the most innovative flashlight dude in the world. Like, who would even think of making a DLD exclusive, ridiculously blinding blue light? Because the dilders are all about blue, and yeah, I got the only one with the glow in the dark blue tail cap here. It literally glows, and it glows, baby. Oh my goodness. So thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, Goombeam. Not only are you a channel member, but you are just the flashlight dude. So I appreciate you. And if you guys don't know, you can go to the description, and you can jump in and take, oh my bad, I didn't even silence my phone, my bad. So you guys can jump into the description there. You'll see that there is a link for Goombeam, and yeah, some of the best flashlights on the planet for some of the best pricing right there. And I'm telling you, one day you guys are going to be like, man, I was there on like the ground level of Goombeam before Surefire and Streamlight decided to fire back and start making decent flashlights. Oh, did I say that? Yes, he did. Okay, so who else? We got Goombeam, Kurt 24, let's see, Zanti, Flying Rich, Goombeam, Marconi, also a channel member, Steel, a channel member. I appreciate you, my guy. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Let's see who else. Hey, Tech Money, my guy. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Also a channel member. And for all of these channel members, because this is a completely viewer supported channel now. Thank you, YouTube. I just want to say, appreciate all you guys. You guys are incredible. Let them fireworks run. My guy, look at that. Look at that. And not only can I do the fireworks, but I can also do, hold on, I can also do a rainstorm if I want to be like, please, I want to do my e-begging and give me, I think that's why they did that for content creators. Let's see, Tech Money, ADXR 920, my guy, good to see you, man. Also, a channel member, I appreciate you. Let's see, Fire Rider, brother, great to see you. Also, with channel member, man. Look, we got everybody in the building right here. Fire Rider, Goonbeam, Zanti, Kurt 24, Marconi. Yes, that is my new YouTube channel. But so some people were hitting me up like, oh my God, what happened? Did you get canned too? Like Risky Krisky? No, so and unfortunately, if you don't know, Risky Krisky did get uh, canned on YouTube, and it's unfortunate, but we need to find a way to show him some love to go to Rumble, go to other platforms that we can support him because he literally does this full time, and it's unfortunate. But we need to show him some love, rally around our people. But no, luckily I did not get canned. This is just a second channel because of reasons. Make sure that you here, I'll drop the channel again. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel and go to I have one short that I posted. That's it. Jump in, watch the short if you could like it or dislike it, whatever, and then leave a comment, something like that, and be like, "You're whack. Why would you even do that?" It's a super simple short. It's 15 seconds, less than 15 seconds, but show some love. It'll support the new channel because I think last I checked, I had like 25 subscribers or something like that. So, hey, whoa, 41 subscribers. Hey, look at you guys, bro. Man Against the Masses says number 6. That's great. Love it. Appreciate you guys, man. Live life, brother. Great to see you. Alabama in the house. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming and hanging out as well. Let's see, Mike McClune, Lagoon, Senor Boob, brother. Great to see you also a channel member. Appreciate you, my guy. For all the new folks that are just coming in, hang out, check it out. In the beginning of our show, we always greet all of our people, and then we're going to bring the guest on and get started. So, Tick Money, what's up, fam? Johnny Propane, what's up, brother? Also a channel member. I appreciate you, my guy. Senor Bub, Kurt24. Hey, there he is, Fluffy Bunny Arsenal. What's up, fam? Appreciate all you guys so much. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with your boy, Chips Ahoy. Kurt24, Bob, Fire Otter, Fluffy Bunny Arsenal. Hey, Crypto. Oi! Every time I see that, I just picture like that dude from Train Spotting, like, oi, cracking a bottle over. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so let's see. Secret 24. Gort, also a channel member, my guy. Good to see you. Bro, Goonbeam be remade Chinesian. Bro, you have not run flashlights from Goonbeam if you believe they're remade Chinesium, bro. Man, that rifle light has been one of the best rifle lights that I've run. And I would put that Goonbeam rifle light up against any other rifle light out there. Not my name, brother. Great to see you. Also with channel member. I appreciate you. Kurt, Flying Rich, Bob, Crypto, Bob, Agorizer, my guy. Great to see you. I think I said I said what's up to Agorizer. Also with channel member. Y'all know. We got ZNT. Too many choices. There he is. What's up, fam? Also with channel member. Appreciate you. Goonbeam, too many choices. Barton Fink, also a channel member. Man, I appreciate you guys so much, man. I could not do this without y'all. Literally, I actually could not do this without y'all. Too many choices. Barton Fink, Senor Bob, Kurt 24, Fire Rider Crypto. Let's see. Joe Morris, brother, great to see you also with channel member. Man, I appreciate you guys so much. Let's see. I think we are wrapping the intro up, except Eagle Run 23 is in the building. What's up, my guy? Great to see you. So many channel members, and I'm super grateful for all y'all. Red Dawn Readiness. What's up, fam? Also a channel member. Fire Riders, Anti ADX 920 Drew. And of course, we got the honorable mentions. We got Carbon Q. What's up, Carbon Q? Great to see you. She's always doing so much in the background to help too, man. I appreciate that so much. All of y'all. Let's see. And we got Steve Whoop. That sounds like a sound effect. Love it. We got Shogun Customs in the building. Fat Gray Man. What's up, brother? I'd choose 10, all of them. That's literally my first comment was, I'll take all of them, please. It was my comment to my video. So, um, Sport Brand, brother, great to see you, man. Krisky is the man, and unfortunately, he was canned by by YouTube. Shogun says, "Dark, don't bring me in yet. I gotta pee." You're good, bro. I'm sure you ended up with more time than you thought. I choose number 6, Man Against the Masses. What's up, brother? Damian Christ, my brother in Christ. What's up, man? Good to see all y'all. And this is the new YouTube channel. So for all you guys out there, we're gonna jump in 1 second. I just want to say this for content creators, your videos are assigned algorithms, and your channels are assigned algorithms. If you do live streams on your channel, your people that are in the YouTube content creation business call live streams channel killers because most shows that do actual live streams, um, they're not pushed like hard videos are, right? You see some videos that are, just 15-second videos that are posted and they have 80 million views, and a live stream that has, you know, 50,000 views, right? And the difference is that if you are doing actual live streams, they just don't push it in front of anyone but the people subscribed. So you rarely get new subscribers, and the law of attrition means that people kind of fall out. So the reason I've created like 4 channels now, but I haven't actually consistently created content. Now is the time, ladies and gentlemen. 2024 is the time, aside from it being probably the most likely time that our world will end. But 2024 is the year that we're going to be putting out some fire content. This is the channel that we're going to be doing it on. It's going to be all hard video uploads. It's going to be, snips from the snips and clips from the interviews. It's going to be shorts. It's going to be all the dopeness is going to be on this channel here. And then we're still going to be doing the live streams on DLD After Dark, and then we'll have DLD TV. Also, all of the merch is active and available and being shipped right now as we speak. So DLD Hardware, yes, you can now get merch on DLD Hardware. So I know it's crazy. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and jump into this. If you guys don't know, we have one of the best stipplers, one of the best frame artists in the business. And I want you guys to take a moment. If you haven't, here, let me download these pictures. We're actually going to show you guys. Let's see. Boom, boom. We're actually going to show you guys his work first. Sorry. We're going to go ahead and show you guys his work firsthand so you guys can see the kind of crazy things that he's doing. He is known for impeccable work where most dudes look at his hand stippling and they're like, yo, is that laser stippled? But he's known for some new hybrid stuff that we're going to jump into. So without any more additional further ado, I bring to you Will with Shogun Customs. What's up, brother?
What's going on, Dark?
Dude, welcome. I appreciate you coming on, man. I'm like the first show that you're doing with your books open, right?
It's crazy how it lined up because yesterday I'm like, all right, you know what? It's time. I'm gonna open up my books tomorrow. And then I wake up this morning and I see your text like, hey, you want to jump on? I'm like, man, you have crazy timing.
Right? Dude,
So yeah, you're the first.
that's awesome, man. I appreciate
You're
that.
my
And
first and you're special.
yeah, I know, right? And we've talked before. We've had you on before, and it was right before that you had kind of nudged like, yeah, I got something coming out, something pretty dope, something a little hybridish, but it wasn't like a huge jump into like we didn't no, we couldn't show everyone everything. We talked about it a little bit, but for all the people out there that don't know who you are, take a moment if you could and let everyone know who you are, what you do, and where they can find you.
Yeah, sure, man. Thank you. First off, thank you for having me on the show. Uh,
My
your your
pleasure.
your support squad, man, is like impeccable, dude. Like they are always here, glowing in the chat room
Yeah.
and showing love. So that's what it's about right there.
I appreciate that, man. They are their next level. I'm grateful for them, and at times I feel like I don't even deserve them myself.
Well, you do, man. You do. Well, yeah, man. Yeah, guys. I'm Will with Shogun Customs, and I started out stippling for a gun shop out in San Diego when I lived in California. I'm out in Michigan now, and when I first started Shogun Customs, I was just doing hand stippling, and that was it. A little over, close to a couple years now. I've introduced a laser engraver into the business, a mini mill. I'm doing slide work now. I'm working with some great Cerakoters. So pretty much trying to become your one-stop custom shop.
Yep.
And I got some more plans for some cool stuff that we could probably touch on in a little bit. But if
Wow.
anybody ever wants to reach out to me, the best way is on Instagram. It's right there in my name. Or actually, they can see that.
Yeah.
Shogun underscore customs is how you'll find me on Instagram. And I'm always willing to chat and discuss a project with you guys. But was that
Yeah.
more exciting this time, Dark? Because usually I'm just a guy who stipples.
You're like, yeah, I'd be burning plastic from time to time. Dude, I
Oh,
think it was perfect, man. And honestly, like for people to fully understand like the level of quality like that we're talking about here. This and I don't know, is it too early for me to show? Is that okay?
no,
If I
oh yeah,
Okay,
let's
let
read.
me bring up the
Oh,
actual
oh,
one. So this is where's the I thought I had full screen here. I'll just go ahead and bring it up a little bit closer. So I'd say Shogun is the only person that I know of and have ever heard of that is doing some off the wall, crazy, super, super clean hand stippling. And when you brought in the laser and when bringing out this hybrid design, I mean that changed the game. So talk a little bit about that and why you kind of brought this on as a like where the idea come from and just kind of talk about the hybrid design a little bit.
yeah. The hybrid design is a pretty cool concept, man. It like you said, it changed the game for me, right? It changed the game for
Hmm.
Shogun Customs. There's been guys out there doing it for a while now, and they're doing it really, really well. I wanted to get into the game too, so I had to. It's been a crazy struggle, two lasers and three scan heads later.
Woo! Dang.
Yeah, back and forth from China and phone calls on tech support and, 10, 12-hour days in here trying to figure it out, fix all the, glitches and all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
I'm
and hearing about it, watching you go through like the amount of time that it takes to tune a laser, because we know like we've seen what Frag Out Designs has gone through, and some people that we know that do their own lasering, and um, man, it looks like there is so much that goes into just a simple little like tattoo of polymer. You know what I mean? Like, how much time have you put into this?
Oh my God,
Just like
hundreds
starting.
of hours.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, literally hundreds of hours trying to figure out burn settings, trying to get the sheen and the finish that I'm satisfied with, which I'm still not happy with the finish. It's definitely passable and acceptable now, right? I didn't want to release the hybrid until I looked at the finish and said, okay, I feel comfortable, taking people's money for this, right, and exchanging that with them. Um, but my first laser was absolutely the best finish. I humbly want to say in the game.
Mm,
Uh,
nice.
my other buddy, with the over at JM Customs, we always work together. I go to his house, help him, he helps me, and because we're about 45 minutes away, he had what many would consider the cleanest settings in the game. Like when you look at his finish on his texture, I mean
Mhm.
it's really, really nice, but then I showed him my little test frames and he was like, bro, I think you got the cleanest settings now. So,
Hey.
but that was yeah, yeah, but that was last laser ago, man. I got a
Yeah.
different laser and all the lasers are different, man.
Dude,
But,
what and, some of the
yeah,
best in the game, whatever, industry it is, they say you're only as good as your last piece, right? You're only as good as your last flip, your last grip, your last slide, your last, whatever it is. So, striving to make improvements on every single thing, that's dope, man. And this is incredible work. And I'll pull something else up for you guys out there. Give me 1 second. But
while you're
I've always just, man, the moment that I saw the the hybrid, I was just like, whoa, that is next level. And the amount of just the little stuff that you put into like the trigger guard alone, and we'll pull up the trigger guard in a second here, but let's see. Let me pull up this
yeah,
one.
for the hybrid, man, I wanted to come out with something a little different, man.
Hmm.
Uh, I I noticed that for the most part, there's a lot of people doing hybrids, but there's only a few guys. When I look at their hybrid layout, the way they design their borders and all that, I'm like, that is nice. Because for the most part, people kind of get they when you buy a laser, it comes with training, and the company will link you up with a guy that's like, yeah, I'll train you, teach you how to use a laser, and if you want, for an added cost, I'll give you border layouts for all the Glock models, right?
Yeah.
So you kind of end up getting stuck with the generic run of the mill. Not that it's bad, but it's your generic run of the mill border layouts, and that's everybody kind of just says, okay, cool. It's quick and easy. Let me get
The
started. Let me push product out now.
the same shit that everyone else is doing, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And even with the laser textures, you'll have like your tetrahedrons or your mesh grills. You'll have stuff like that. I didn't want to do that, man. I wanted to come out with my own unique layout, my own unique laser textures. I have three of them well, I actually have a lot, but I have
Mm.
three so far that I'm doing,
Yeah.
and I have two that I'm working on that it's going to take some time to dial in, but they're going to be like legit 3D textures.
Mm.
So the way I do my textures now is they're multi-layered. So you'll see a top layer, you'll see another layer, and then you'll see another layer. So you'll have that depth perception,
Yeah.
you'll have that dimension, but which is nice. It's a
Yeah.
lot different than just the typical two layer that you see out there,
Yep.
which is nice also. But the 3D stuff is going to have curves, and I can like make it do all kind of cool stuff. So
Yeah, I've seen that like in some of your patterns, and you put like, I mean, the craziest like level of like thought into the names of your patterns, and like it's next level shit. But you'll see that it's like you said, there's the first layer of laser stippling, and then a second layer below it, and then the base layer below that. So it's like three layers of different textures that are 3D that pop, but then it's also functional because you get like you can feel the 3D texture, but then also you get the dope borders with the dope hand stippling on top of it too. So
yeah,
it's intense, man. Like looking at all the different layers of each. I don't know. It's just like it's some next level shit, man.
it's fun to look at, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's that's what it should be.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Let me pull up another one for you too.
For
Uh,
those, I'm sorry, Dark. Go ahead.
no, go ahead. I'm just pulling up another one here.
For those of your viewers who may not know, like, what the hybrid's all about,
Mhm.
it's not just about looks, right? It's nice when you can have like that laser precision match with like your handcrafted, hand stipple. That's nice too. But the real benefit of a hybrid package is for carry guns, man. You
Mhm.
can, the texture that you just showed that I have there, that's It's a great carry option. It's not going to be abrasive on your shirts or your skin, but
Hmm.
it actually gives you like decent grip at the same time. So it's kind of weird. It's very cool.
Yeah.
So, your side panels are generally smooth so you can carry, with comfort, but the front and the back straps are hand stippled for, that's where you get most of your grip anyways. So you still
Yeah.
have that there.
Now this one is only, it has a laser border, but this one is only um hand
Hands.
stippled. Let me pull the hybrid one up here. Let me get another hybrid one. Give me 1 second. Oh, dude, and this is okay. This is fire. So a lot of people don't understand how much goes into the trigger guard, dude. Which one do you want me to pull up to best show what you're talking
Do the side angle because it shows that bevel.
about? Okay, hang on.
Thank you. Too many choices. Appreciate you, man. See that? If you guys see me like looking down, I got my cell phone on my laptop and I'm just, I'm not being rude.
Is it this one? Oh no, it's
No, no,
hard to see. Oh no, that's it's hard to tell looking in the little.
little thumbnails.
Yeah, yeah.
It will be near the end because I think I sent you all the hybrid first and then I sent you the katana package. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, man, that frame you're showing right there is actually for sale on my website, by the way.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
As a
you're 100% operational. You have frames for sale. Your
yeah,
website is live. People can literally go on there. They could purchase complete. We'll call them for the sake the of a platform that we're on now. Complete units, complete functioning units that would have to go to an FFL. We'll say that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And what's cool about my in-house products that are ready to ship, they're just sitting in the safe, um,
Hmm.
they're discounted. So, if you were to send me a unit and
Yeah,
order this exact same frame package that you see right there, you would end up paying actually more.
yeah,
Uh, so that is my way to kind of uh, get a Shogun frame in somebody's hand, give them an opportunity to get some of my work without having to step in line and wait,
yeah.
uh, or be without their unit. Um,
Yeah, yeah. Because
it
if they were to send a frame on their own, if they were to go buy a Glock for now they're like 600, sometimes more, even more. Um, if they were to send a frame to you, they'd be without it for, you know, a pretty significant amount of time, a reasonable amount of time, but a pretty significant amount of time. So now this allows people to buy a complete, finished piece with a frame that's already stippled and get it shipped to their FFL
yeah.
with free shipping mostly, right? I think you said.
No, I include free shipping, man, and the price you see is out the door, so you don't have to worry about taxes or anything like that. I make it real easy, man.
That's
Uh,
what's up, man.
yeah, yeah. I always try to do things, man, to kind of like. I think you and I was it you and I were talking about this earlier. I just like to bring joy to people, man, and
Yeah,
that's kind of my way of saying, hey, you know what? I found some free time. Let me kind of fix this thing up, put it out there at a discounted price, and just give somebody the opportunity to go, oh, damn, now I can afford that, because
yeah,
let's be real, man, this stuff it isn't cheap, man.
yeah,
With me, it's not, and with a lot of other stipplers, it's not, but with some stipplers, it is.
yeah,
But you pay for what you get, and I'm not knocking anybody. We all have a natural skill level at something,
yeah, yeah,
uh, but you will pay for what you get, right?
yeah.
You'll pay for it. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. You pay the amount you pay is in direct proportion to the quality of services that you receive, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you could go pay a buddy $100 to just burn the dog shit out of your frame,
Right.
um, or like this. I mean, people may not see this. Like, if some people aren't very familiar with Glock frames, but like looking at the uh, undercut there, looking at the shine of the polymer. Like looking at the cuts there, that like this is next level clean work. This is insane.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
these undercuts, I actually so you spoke on it earlier saying that the borders were from a laser.
Mhm.
Uh, so I use a laser engraver to cut my borders. I mean, I still have to go in there by hand and open them up and finish them, but at least I don't have to like draw with a pencil anymore on my border layout. That
Mhm.
used to take an hour alone because I would be so anal with like things being parallel and 45-degree angles and all that.
Yeah.
So I use a laser to give the exact border layout every single time. And then with the trigger guards now, I introduced a mini mill into the shop. So I actually do my undercuts on a mini mill, and I run a bit back and forth, and that's how I'm able to get that precision, that repeatability every single time. When I was doing everything by hand, man, it's a lot of stress on the body, your neck, your hands, your elbows, because you're on a hard bench for hours, and your lower back and your hips start getting tight. I mean, it kills us, man.
Yeah. I mean, I remember you saying, when you were going through some stuff with, was it your elbows or forearms or
Oh yeah, that's right. I sent you guys a picture, and I was in a I was in a brace
yeah.
just for no reason, man. I would just have radiating pain like constantly. Like it wouldn't just go and come. No, it would just constantly radiate, and
Mhm.
it one night had me shivering, like shivering from the pain, and I just if it just goes, it just stuff. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I don't know where
It's
to
no
start.
joke. I mean, it's kinda like, the people that you meet that, work office jobs for 20 plus years, and they get carpal tunnel, and they get, the hunch in their back, and they get,
Scared of that, man.
it's a thing that, like, when you do something for 8, 10, 12, 16 hours a day, like, it starts to take a toll on you, and, I don't know if it was you or somebody else that referred to it as, like, Stippler's arm or something like that, or Stippler's elbow or something. I was like, "What? That's a thing?"
It sounds vaguely familiar, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it's somebody that's literally hunched over with their elbows down, just, balls deep in their work. Like, I could only imagine that that takes a pretty significant toll, I would imagine.
Yeah, I had to get a thick pad to put my elbows on. It's this big AR-15 mat. It's a uh,
Mm,
Tech
yeah,
mat, and
yeah,
they got that thick one. I'm like, oh, dude, I need that one, and it's super comfortable on the elbows. But like I said, man, now I got the
mm,
laser, and I got the mill, and I got a little sanding box that I sand in now. I'm able to kind of like support myself now, so the body's feeling a lot better, and I can pump out work quicker now too. So that's always good.
yeah, and, I remember hearing you, talk about it, and you were like, you've, like you said, introduced other tools, introduced other things. You've introduced jigs. You've introduced, like, for jigs for you to use to cut frames, and to kind of make things a little bit easier on you. But people have to understand, like, this still takes a significant amount of time. You know.
Does. Yeah, I got with Benchy, man. I got with Benchy. For anybody in the chat room, benchymade.com. He goes by Benchy's Go Boom.
Yeah.
Benchy's Go Boom. Benchy Goes Boom, right? Benchy Goes
Yeah.
Boom. Yeah, Benchy Goes Boom on YouTube.
Oh, Benchy's Go Boom. Right.
Benchy.
Yeah. I had to think about it. Yeah.
He's not on social media. I don't know why, but he's on YouTube at least, and he's
Hmm.
got benchymade.com. I got with him, and I just was like, "Hey, man, look, I got an idea for a jig system that I want to run by you," and he was down to do it. And dude, between him and I mean, he's so great to work with, man. Like I would throw something at him, and then he would he's the designer. He would see it in a way I never saw. I'm like, dude, what if it did this? And I'm like, oh my God. And then
Yeah.
we just kept doing this, man. And so, we developed a whole jig system for the engraver, man. So I could set my frames in this jig system, and I don't have
Yeah.
I just hit the start button and it goes, man. It's in the same place every single time. So we got plans for that too.
Yeah, that's got to be like
Boom.
way easier on, so you're not beating yourself up, on every frame. There he is,
Yes.
Benchy's go
Yeah.
boom out there. He
Love
is,
it.
he is, and I see him in a bunch of different 3D print communities. Like I saw him in the Out of Battery podcast and chat, like just chatting. And
Mm.
see, a lot of people may not even know who he is, but like he is a really, really like a high level developer. Like he knows what's up, and like you said, he thinks of things differently, and multi-use things like streamlining stuff. He's next level shit, man. Oh, nice. Code Shogun 15 might get you that special Shogun discount deal. Nice.
That's right. That's right. Yeah,
That's
man.
what's up.
And you know what? It's nice when you could find somebody that you work well together with. You
Yeah.
know, so him and I, man, we just vibe, dude. We just vibe. And Benchy, man, the review video is coming soon, man. So at some point, I'm gonna get some good experience with it, and so you guys can all keep a lookout for the review video. You can see all the jigs, and we got jigs for the engraver, we got jigs for the mini mill. Man,
Oh yeah.
yeah, he or I should say he does. It's our baby though.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he was a tremendous help in everything you're showing right now. Like
Mhm.
all these pictures, I could not have done with that kind of precision without his jigs. Like
Mm.
it's really what it comes down to, because I'd be playing finger hockey with my frames, trying to get lines parallel and all that kind of stuff. Like that
Yeah.
index point, I put that in the jig system. The laser cut the outline for me, and then I went in there by hand, opened up the rectangle, and then I hand stippled it.
That
The
one
Shogun,
that
yeah,
one right there?
exactly. Yep. The Shogun text at the front of the nose,
Mhm.
I'd be playing finger hockey, trying to level it in there, or line it up in there. But with this jig system, I just snap it in and I just align the laser. It's so easy, man. It's so like super thankful to Benji for that.
Dude, that's awesome, man. And honestly, the little stuff like that, the Shogun text at the rail, the border, the rectangular border right there. Like, dude, all of this coming together, man, it is
Yeah,
so fire. And I can
it's
tell it's a Gen 5 frame right there. By the way, that's fire.
yeah. Yeah, this is my katana package. So it's my basic setup where you get the index pad. You don't get the gas pedal until you either build your own or you
Mhm,
get the Shogun package, which the Shogun package, unfortunately, I don't have any photos of right now.
mhm.
But it's basically an upgraded version of the Shogun package that's on my website now. It's just a different border layout, much nicer, much more precise. It's got the logos all over it, but it still comes with the gas pedal, the double undercuts with texturing on the undercuts, because you don't get that on the Katana package on the
Yeah.
undercuts. Comes with the glove bevels, and unlike this Katana package that comes with just the recessed borders, it comes with the HD borders, which is the most popular border style that you'll see on all the guns pretty much out there.
Yeah,
Uh,
um what'd you call them? Glove bevels.
mhm.
Bro, your glove bevels are like next level shit, dude.
Oh,
It's
man.
I do I have a picture of the glove bevels? Let me see.
Not on there. There is one on the hybrid package.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, there is one on the. But
I don't
before
think
I
I know.
close before I close my books, I had like two or three different variations of glove bevels I was always trying, and
Oh yeah.
people, yeah, people could see that on my Instagram, like, oh, that looks different than the last glove bevel. But this time around, I think I'm gonna pretty much standardize
Standardized, yeah.
the I'm gonna pretty much keep it the same, and it's gonna be what's on that hybrid gun. Just your basic, simple, you know, yeah,
Ooh,
similar to that one, but without the little swoosh up in the front.
gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Bro,
yeah.
that is fire. That is fine, and that's your own custom Shogun black multicam Cerakote, right?
Yeah, that stencil pack has actually evolved 2 times now.
Dang.
So yeah, yeah, it's I designed it myself when I was in when I was in Utah. That's where I started Shogun Customs. I was Cerakoting myself, so I Cerakoted that, and then I evolved it 2 times out there. And by the time I left Utah, it was looking. I was really happy with it. But this time around, being in Michigan, I don't have access to Cerakote. However, excuse me, I'm working with some very good Cerakoters, like people that are like the top notch coders, and which means when people order Cerakote through me, they're gonna get some awesome Cerakote, and
Nice.
I'm excited about it, because in Utah I had just learned, I hadn't even like Cerakoted more than a dozen frames maybe, so I was still new to it, but I caught on quickly, and I was really starting to like it, but man, this time around, woo!
Yeah, man. Dude, it's next level. As soon as I saw like a completed package with like the Cerakote and the so you're taking like, okay, sugar by itself is not that impressive. Flour by itself is not that impressive. Powdered sugar by itself, butter by itself is not that impressive. But once somebody who knows what they're doing comes along
Yeah.
and they, take the sugar and the flour and the all the ingredients and mix it together and they whip it up and they add their skill, all of a sudden you got like this incredible cake that what I'm saying? Like it
One hell
it
of an analogy, actually.
it is, it's like the it's the artist, right? It's the baker, the cooker, the whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah, go to my, if you don't mind, actually, while we're on this camo, go to my. Can you go to my Instagram?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, go to my IG. I'll show you the latest version of the Shogun package and the Shogun camo. Now, again, the Shogun stipple package is now different. It's nicer, but the Shogun camo, as far as the stencil pattern, is the same as is. But now I'm gonna have some coders that can code it way better than me.
Nice, nice.
All right,
Okay,
so
so I just want to add really quickly first, for everyone out there. So if you guys are looking at the quality of work that Shogun, I mean, he is crushing it with frames. He is a frame artist, and his work is not just exclusive to Glock frames. Okay, that may be his primary focus, right? But we should help him get so far beyond 1,359 followers right now. So if you guys do not follow Shogun Customs on Instagram, you need to, because he'll pop up. Obviously, his posts, his reels, his pictures, and all that is so dope. You need to follow him, but he'll also just randomly pop up and do live streams, and you get to see him work and see him talk about his product. So make sure you go to Instagram right now, follow him, go like the last like 10 of his pictures, hit him with a like bomb, and just show some love. Okay, sorry, go ahead, Shogun.
no, that was awesome, man. Thank you, and thank you, Kurt. And I see some questions about some stuff in there we can address. Yeah, so it's the top pin post, the 3 that are pinned at the top.
All right, let me go back here. Sorry, one sec. Oh, this is the wrong Instagram tab. Hold on, where'd it go? Did I lose my Instagram tab? Hold on, I just had it. What the hell?
Yeah, I'll address some comments in the meantime. Red Dawn. So we're gonna do a Shogun Customs giveaway. Hey, brother, I don't know what you do, but let's talk about it, man. Yeah, DM me and let's see if we can come up with something cool. Too many choices. Biggest compliment. Too many choices. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah.
Where the hell? Hold on, I'm gonna have to start it over because I don't know where the screen I was sharing went. So
Oh, I'll talk to chat. I'll talk to chat. Let's see what Kurt. Yeah. I have a shipment of PSA Dagger frames here now, actually, that I just wanted to order for the shop, and I want to kind of experiment on them a little bit with the laser and with hand stippling as well. So keep a lookout for that. That will go into the in-house products tab on my website, and people could just buy them and I'll ship them.
Yeah, dude, that's what's up. That's we literally just had, and I was telling you when we did the live stream on Instagram earlier today, we literally just did a live stream with marine gun builder, and we're sitting here talking about you know dagger frames, and he was like, man, if you take a dagger frame, which is one of the most comfortable frames out there, super comfortable, super ergonomic and all that, he was like, yeah, I took a dagger frame and I punched out the crazy difficult roll pins that typically come with it, and he put some OEM lower parts kits in it, which shout out to MGB if you want to go grab some OEM LPKs and slide parts kits. And he's like, yeah, upgraded it all to OEM Glock parts, and boom, he has an extremely ergonomic and comfortable frame that is very economical. But now you guys could add a Shogun dagger frame to the whole mix, right? So,
Dude,
so
that
which
has
one,
the ring to it, a Shogun dagger.
bro?
Damn. You know
That
what?
would be
With
fire.
Dude, so I had, before we get into this, I had a thought. I wanted to reach out to Strike and say,
Mhm.
hey, like, is there something we can do? Create a model together, and we can call it like the Shogun Strike, and like the slogan would be like "Strike like a Shogun" or something like that, you know?
Ooh, that'd be
And
dope.
so now that you say Shogun Dagger, I'm like, I wonder if I could reach out to PSA and be like, listen, man, it just goes together. It's a Shogun Dagger, you know?
Dude, I got a connection there.
Dude.
So one of the second um the second biggest shareholder of the company, the owner's brother, who owns the second biggest share of the company, he's been on the show. He's a great guy, Josiah. He's the man. So I
Yeah.
can connect you guys.
Dude, okay, that's this is crazy that you're saying this to me right now. We're gonna have to chat offline.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure.
We
All right,
can.
so which one
So the third one at the top.
this one?
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead and click on that.
Ooh.
So so that's the camo. Again, I Cerakoted that. I'm very proud of it.
You
Uh,
you personally did that?
yeah, I did the color filled border. That whole thing, man,
Dang.
was yeah.
Now,
And
were you using, well, you don't have to give all your secrets, but was that a Cerakote pen
it's
there?
it's just a Cerakote color fill pen on their website. It's no secret.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. I
yeah.
just had to
It's
ask
weird that
you.
a lot of people don't know about that pen though. It's strange.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But that was the last gun I worked on, man, before I left Utah and came to Michigan.
Mm,
So, but so that's the evolution of the stencil pack. But at
mm,
least there you can see all the mods. I had the HD borders. Yeah, they're color filled, so you can't see the polishing, but that's the HD border. You see the
mhm.
gas pedal, the double undercuts.
Yeah.
Um, that's when I did it by hand. Oh, as a matter of fact, hit the right arrow on that post, and you'll just,
Mhm.
yeah, we'll just
Oh, there we go.
a video. But you'll see the enhanced finger groove at the bottom. You'll see the glove bevels in there too, and that's the symmetrical Shogun pattern, which is basically a hexagon with the bubble in the center. And
Dude, that is next level. Look at that glove bevel right there. For people that can't see it, right there, right where your index finger would
Mhm.
pop up to wrap around the trigger. Those cuts right there, those don't come on Glocks, okay? And that this is truly harmony between weapon and warrior. I love that.
Nice, nice. You got it. Thank you, man. I hate doing glove bevels too, man. I hate doing. They're a pain in the ass, man. It's funny because like some stipplers will have mods that they like and don't like doing, and it's different
Mhm.
for all of us. So
Yeah,
like, hard for me, it's easy for another person. It's just like, man, if we can all come together and be one stippler, be over.
right. So this is
But that's
Shogun,
it. That
Shogun texture, color filled borders, mag release border,
Yeah.
glove bevels, enhanced finger groove, double undercut, and enhanced gas pedals.
Yeah, so it's the Shogun stipple package with the Shogun camo, and then obviously, the color filled borders. That's not part of the Shogun package, but
Mm,
you can add color borders if you want, and that makes it pop, man. That makes it pop.
man, and
So
that
that's it. I just
you you even my bad, I mean cut you off. You even Cerakoted the MOS plate on top, and that it just looks so good,
all
man.
it's all getting coded.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, that looks
but at least
incredible.
now people, they can see what the Shogun package is. Um, now it's just going to be a lot more precise. Yeah, this was me helping out my buddy over at JM Custom Grips. He had a big police contract that, man, we had to stipple. Dude, well, it was like 60 frames or something in like a week. So we just had an assembly line going. He was the only thing I was doing was stippling. He would do
Yeah,
all the framework, I was just stippling, man. Just had the burner in my hand, and
dude,
you
that's
know
awesome.
that's his hybrid layout right there. And but yeah, man, we banged that out, and yeah, it was good. So that, like I said, man, we help each other out. I don't mind, helping out another stippler, talking about another stippler, or passing people to them,
Dude,
especially
I
Josh is a
love
good
that.
friend.
Most people are not as willing to work with each other, share, you know, revenue, profit, whatever you want to call it, right? And the fact that people are willing to team up to come together. Most stipplers would just say, "Nope, I'm going to do it by myself. I'm going to take 10 times longer than I quoted, and we're just
Right.
going to make this happen." But the fact that you guys got together and kind of made it happen, regardless, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, man. Dude, there's what was there over freaking 20 million Glocks out there? Like, it's a crazy number. I Googled it once, but
Yeah,
yeah, like, come on, man. I'm not worried about another stippler, getting a frame customer instead of me.
yeah.
Uh, I'm not worried about that. We're all in the Facebook groups trying to get business, and uh, like, so I don't it's just competition. I forget where I heard this, man, but it was fairly recently. Competition happens at the bottom, collaboration happens at the top.
Uh,
And
yes.
and I like that. That resonated with me. Because I'm like, if I meet somebody I like, and I make a connection with them, and we become friends, at that
Mhm.
point, I want nothing but the best for that person.
Yeah,
Whatever I can do to help that person blossom in life, I'm all for that, man, because that's what the hell we're here for. To
dude. Absolutely. That's somebody once told me in another industry, but it really applies to any business or any skill like this. They said there's a big difference between complete competing against each other and competing with each other, right? It's almost like the difference between like a serious like professional like NBA basketball game and a pickup game with your boys. Like,
right.
when you compete against each other, it's serious. People get dirty. People do stuff that they wouldn't be as proud of. When you compete with each other, you laugh, you have fun. You're like, I got you. Like, I'm right behind you. I'm coming. It's a
Friendly
completely different
competition,
thing. Yeah,
man. Yep,
totally
friendly
different
competition.
competing.
Right.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely, man. Very different competing against each other, which is where I mean that's negative energy pushing each other versus positive energy pushing both parties forward, So we got to learn to compete with each other instead of competing against each other.
Yep. And there is like a clique of stipplers. There's like little
Yeah.
cliques. So some of them do come together, and some of them kind of like to stay off on their own. And I teach stippling classes, right?
Yep.
And I had for Freedom Crew University. What?
Yep. Hey
um,
yo, shout out.
yeah, that's right. Go to Freedom Crew University if you want to learn how to build and do all that cool stuff that they can't show on YouTube anymore. That's where you can go watch all the cool build videos. But
Yep.
I had a student, man. I won't say the stippler's name, but he's from Texas, and yeah, he's like, oh yeah, man, I met such and such, and I was like, whoa, man, it's a pleasure to meet you, man. I follow you on Instagram, man. What a trip, and I'm trying to get in the game. He was taking a Cerakote class, but the stippler
Mm,
happened to be in this building, and he was like, any tips, man? And he said he wasn't trying to give him any pointers, man. And I
mm.
said, well, now you're in my class, and I'm gonna teach you everything I know, you know.
Dude,
Like,
the
um,
fact that you do that, that's crazy. You know, most people, like you said, they kind of take things, they hold it in, they, guard it with their life, and they're not trying to, share that. And when you're literally doing classes, and you've been the most productive Freedom Crew University instructor with the most students compared to anyone else, right? We have some of the best Glock builders in the business, some of the best AK builders in the business, some of the best. I mean, you name it, right? Like shotguns, 1022s, like from building guns from nothing, right? And the most productive course and instructor has from the beginning
I didn't
always been Stippling.
I didn't know that. I'm flattered. I'm honored.
Yeah, for real. It's all you, brother. It's all you. Kurt 24, thank you, brother. Member for 22 months. He says, uh, have met Will in person. Hell of a nice guy.
What a funny day that was, man. I'm at the gun range and I'm on the showroom floor and getting ready to leave. And this guy walks up to me. He's like, "Hey man, you know anybody who could stipple?" And I looked at him kind of weird, like, I forget what I said. Like, are you fucking with me right now? Or like, I forget what my response was, to be honest.
Yeah,
But it was like, it's me, Kurt 24. And I was like, get out of here, man. Because we had talked
yeah,
chats before. I know the name. And, you
yeah,
know, so it was cool to meet him. We took a photo and I think he sent it to you. And oh, and that's when I was
yeah,
like, man, I'm working on a hybrid package, man. It's going to be awesome. And he
yeah,
told me about it. And finally it came to fruition. But
yeah.
yeah, good
This
guy.
this is something that's been good, dude. For the guys out there watching, and for the people that are going to watch this later and tomorrow and the next day, like this is something that has been in the making for a while, dude.
Dude,
That's
the only one that truly knows my struggle is my girlfriend.
mm,
She's the only person that knows minute by minute every single day for this whole time. She's the one I could bitch to,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And then this wasn't working, and then I hit the button, and then it was like, yeah, and then like 5 minutes later, it was like, never mind. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, dude. That's the spouses always get every detail, you know.
Yep, yep. And she's like been my like by far my biggest motivator. She's just like, always there to make sure I stay positive, and I keep the faith
Yeah.
alive. And yeah, man. So I love her for it.
So what started you? I guess like what was it that brought you into and really quickly for those that didn't see that link that I dropped, that is the new YouTube channel. Now that's not replacing DLD After Dark. That is in addition to DLD After Dark. So if you could jump in, watch that short, subscribe, comment, all that stuff, it would be a huge help. But what brought you into the Stippling game? Like, what made you be like, you know what, that is what I want to do?
Pretty wild story, actually. I never get tired of telling it too. So this is when I lived in San Diego. I before I got into the industry, because I was working at gun shops out there, before I worked at a gun shop, I just came across Stippling on YouTube, right?
Yeah,
And I'm like, man, this stuff is pretty cool. Yeah, Sarge knows about the struggle too.
yeah. He's done some stuff himself too, which like. I've been impressed with some of the things. Like he was one of the first ones that I saw. Aside, I've seen some stuff that you've done too, but Sarge was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna take this extremely rare strike frame and just yank. I'm gonna 86 this part, and I'm gonna move this and stretch this." I'm like, "On a strike frame? You sure?"
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
Man, come on, man. That's
Yeah.
dope.
He's creative though, for real.
In fact, Sarge is before I continue, Sarge is actually responsible for me trying a enhanced finger groove on a strike frame.
Mm,
I to banter him, I'm like, I would have tried it eventually, but maybe, but maybe not, But he suggested, I'm like, man, it's just really thin up there, And he's like, dude, you should try it. And he motivated me to try it. And it ended up coming out very nice.
yeah.
Um, that frame's on my Instagram. It's got red highlighted borders. But yeah, so thank you for that, Sarge. But yeah, so came across Stippling on YouTube and I just thought it was cool as hell. And then I started watching tutorials, and I'm like, man, I feel like I could do that. You
Yeah.
know, I would love to give this a try. Well, I never did. Fast forward a little bit of time, and I ended up at a gun shop called Gunfighter Tactical.
Mm.
We were a custom shop who also did retail. And, in San Diego, this is a big deal that we actually manufactured our own AR pistols and
Hmm.
was able to sell them to the public in California.
Yeah, that's a big deal in Cali.
Big deal, man, because of the handgun roster and all that kind of BS. But if you jump through the right hoops and loops out there, you can manufacture your own AR pistols. And
Was it SSE, the single shot exemption, or
yes,
what? Yeah. Okay. All right.
yeah, exactly.
I heard about that.
Yep, yep. And then the customer would buy the gun. Okay, they would walk out the store. They
Hmm.
walk back in, and being that we offered gunsmithing fees or gunsmithing services as well, we were legally allowed to make the transition.
Oh wow, wow,
you know,
dang.
so yeah, man. So we had a huge Reddit following, and people from San Francisco used to come to get our pistols. So we did Cerakote, we did Stippling, we did retail, we did gunsmithing, holsters, all of that. Okay.
Dang.
Um, so we had a stippler, and I'd be on the floor, on the showroom floor, helping customers out, and right next to where the counter I used to like to be at was the
Mm.
gunsmithing room with the window you could look into.
Okay.
And he would get right up against the window sometimes, and he would, lean back in his seat, and he would just do this. And if I didn't have a customer, I'd be like a damn monkey at the zoo on the glass like this.
Leaning in, watching.
Yeah. And I would, he'd look at me and he'd be like, stop watching me, or he would say something stupid.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, but he would come out. It was cool. It was cool that he did this. He would come out and he'd put the frame in my hand, like, hey man, tell me if you feel any high spots or anything like that. So I'd
Mhm.
look at his frame and I'd be studying, like,
Yeah.
yeah, it feels a little sharp here, a little high there. You take it back. Well, he ended up moving back home, right?
Mm.
Before he moved back home, I had spent like 3 months in my garage practicing on
Oh wow.
yeah, on A2 grips. So,
Nice. God
yeah,
bless those A2 grips out there.
I know. So being that, we were a manufacturer, made our own AR pistol grips, we had barrels full of A2 grips because we would toss them from the lower parts kit. We would get rid of them, and we
Yep.
put BCMs or mag pulls on there.
Yep.
So I asked my boss, I'm like, hey man, can I take some grips home? He's like, yeah, sure. I get a bag of grips, take them home. I take a bunch of tips, stippling tips,
Yep.
bought my own burner, and I was just practicing, man. And I'll tell you what, I had no idea how to do HD borders, any kind of borders. And but my stippling was feeling good. I'm like, man, I could, I can kind of get down with the patterns.
Mm-hmm.
But I gave up. I didn't know how to really do undercuts, nothing, man. I gave up. I was like, man, I can't do this. I was
Wow.
online looking for like tutorials. I wasn't finding the tutorials that were helping me.
Didn't exist, right?
No, they did. It's just I didn't find the ones that were good for me. I don't really know, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just wasn't making it happen, I guess. However, I did find better ones later. Anyways,
Okay.
so he leaves, and my boss walks up with a 34 frame,
Mm-hmm.
virgin frame. Actually, already had undercuts on it. He goes, "You ready?" And he hands it to me. I'm like, "Ready for what?" And he's like, "Stipple it." I was like, "Oh no, man! I gave up on that. I haven't been practicing." He's like, "Dude, it doesn't have to be pretty. Just burn it." He's like, "We're doing it for a charity event. We're giving it away, and just
You're like, I only do A2 grips.
I know." Right? So I told him just like this. I said, "Doesn't have to be pretty," and he goes, "Doesn't have to be pretty." I'm like, "All right, fine, man." So I stippled it, and I took your standard run of the mill waffle tip that you get from OT Defense, super,
Uh-huh.
super grippy, butt ass ugly. And I made my border with that square tip, just moving the tip along, and made a border layout with the tip.
Wow.
And then I stippled inside of it. And I was so proud of it, man. I came back to work and I was like, dude, look at this shit, Like,
Yeah.
oh man, looks good, looks good. Dude, that gun ended up selling for over 3 grand worth of
Like
like auction.
chair. Wow.
They auctioned it off. So being, California, you wait your 10-day wait period, right? The
Uh-huh.
guy came to pick it up. I walked over to him, man. I was so I was like, hey man, how you like the stippling? He was like, yeah, it's pretty nice, man. It's nice and grippy. I was like, I did it, man. I straight up like that. I was like, I did that. Like a little kid. I did.
Yeah. That was me.
Yeah, yeah. And from then on, man, I caught the bug and I walked up to my boss. I'm like, hey man, can I take over stippling? He's like, please, I hate doing it. Like, I would love to. So I really, really sucked in the beginning, man, and I just kept practicing and practicing, and then I found good YouTube tutorials, and then I
Mhm.
joined Facebook groups and started meeting people and asking for tips and advice. And man, I'd have my phone, I'd be on Facebook, I'd enlarge the photos, I'd be studying like, okay, how did they trying to dissect and decode their process,
Yeah, yeah.
and I just started getting better, man.
Dude,
And
that's interesting, man. That's especially because there's so much more to this than like what meets the eye. Like a lot of people just think if you're stippling, you get a wood burner and you there's so much more. Like you Shogun could literally look at a picture of a hand stippled gun and tell you how frequently they cleaned their tip. Or like, you know what I mean? Like it progressively changing and getting more funky throughout the process. And like you saw another stippler's work that I showed off, and you just know. So it's funny that it's one of those things that maybe one day when Shogun is this huge famous like world renowned name, somebody out there is going to be like, in the beginning I bought a $3,000 Glock 34 that was Shogun's like first piece
I still
sold
have the
ever.
picture. I still
For
have the
real.
Yes, I still have the
Dang.
picture. All my old work, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome, man. So, and
That's
it come a long way, man. I got the slides happening. I got the ported barrels, and
Do you have the slide with you?
yeah, I do.
You
Can I?
wanna show it off real quick?
Yeah,
You
man.
can show a slide. I
Okay.
just wanna go ahead and say while you pull this up that, to YouTube, any YouTube moderators out there watching, this is not a firearm. This is just a component. It's a part. It's a piece. It does nothing other than just be metal there. So,
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
So it's in its raw form right now. Oh, you know what? Here, hold on. Let me get my little handy dandy light. No, why not? Get some light on this thing. Hopefully that doesn't drown it out. Actually, how's that
Oh,
look?
no, that's perfect.
Okay. So yeah, this is my slide, guys, and it's ported at the top. All right, come with a RMR plate. That is the other side. Got a little nose cut out at the front, and I'm pairing them. I have one that's not ported yet. I still got to get it ported, but this is a copper finish barrel. This is a Thrash Tactical barrel. So I'm working with
Nice.
Thrash Tactical on these, and he's doing progressive porting to match up with the holes in my slide. In fact, that is this one right here.
Oh, nice.
Hmm. Yeah, so you shouldn't have any timing issues with the progressive porting. It's not like crazy, crazy ported. So I'm actually pairing up this slide with his barrel and his end plate as well.
Ooh, that's dope.
Yeah, he offers a few different ones, but I thought this one would go like nicest, kind of like with the lines of my slide. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that fits. That fits. Show the back portion, the knurling. Is that knurling?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The knurling are hexagons. I'm big into hexagons.
Oh man, that's dope.
Yeah, I like hexagons. I mean, there's a whole like
It's
state.
so functional too. Like the placement of it is so functional.
Yeah, yeah. If you want to do your little, nifty high speed
Press check there. Yeah.
X, you know, I will be lasering my logo right here in the corner. I spent all day today trying to find the proper engraving parameters, and I finally found them. So
Nice.
that's them here. I'm actually gonna so I'll laser these and then I'll send them out to a company to get them DLC coded. Uh, and I'm actually going to do all black at first, but these are called my katana slides, and it's gonna be even more appropriate when I do a two-tone finish. So it's gonna like, have you seen the DLC two-tone polished look?
Yeah, it's kind of like
Tactical slide
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
in black, and that I think is gonna make more sense for the katana name, because like a katana blade, like the blade has that
Yeah,
shimmer, that
yep,
two-tone look to it. I'm
yeah.
super excited about that. But for now, I'm gonna keep them black. These are not on the website yet, but they will be live very soon. You can also send me your OEM slide, and I can cut it to this design.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
yeah, yep. I'm doing optic cuts. If you want just optic cuts, I can offer optic cuts too. Um, I will be doing base plates. I will be doing my own end plate at some point too, and I already have it designed, my own barrel as well, that
Mm,
actually integrates with the slide. I designed them together, but to do the
that's awesome.
barrels, yeah, to do the barrels, I need to come up with a big chunk of cash so I can order a bunch at once.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's I'll tell you what. I mean I'm literally sitting on like nearly 50 Glocks. So if I mean that are for all the feds out there watching that are mine, that belong to me, that I built or assembled or bought, right? Okay. But if you ever need parts to practice lasering on, or whatever, I would even like that raw slide with like the Shogun labels, all I would literally run, like I would carry that, you know, like
That's right. It's just,
with pride.
man, that's hot.
Yeah, right. That shit's fire. I know you're like, I don't want my shit out there with my name on it like that.
Yep, yep.
You
I
know?
appreciate it, Damien, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Outstanding work. Mad respect, bro. Hell yeah. And GDSOB said, so fucking dope. So fucking dope. Pure
Red
sorcery.
Dawn, Red Dawn. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that's Dreambo. So happy for you to be able to get all that happen, bro. Hell yeah.
Shit, I may need an apprentice at some point, man. Are you near Detroit? Let's make it happen.
I know somebody that's in Michigan. My guy Sport Brand. Oh, and by the way, Sport Brand. I'm literally going to the my post office box tomorrow. So don't think I for the people out there that send stuff, and Sport Brand. We're on some different shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'll be going out there tomorrow to pick up the packages and stuff. So thank you, Sport Brand, and everyone else out there. He said, "Let's fucking go, dude." Sport Brand is probably the most slept on dude out there, man. He's working on some stuff that's like how did you even think of that, bro? Like it's crazy. There's so much talent in this little world that we got here, and seeing what you're busting out with, and seeing what even like Jordan and JSD, and they come out with the PR triggers, the pull release binary Glock trigger, and there's just so many things that people are just thinking way outside of the box on, and I really think that's like where we need to be for where we are for like the next stage, and we're prepping the stage for for the next generation to be like, oh, that's just we just always had that, right? Like people are going to be running around carrying their complete Shogun Glocks and be like, we just always had that, you know.
Dude, that'd be awesome right there. Everyone, the
Yeah,
world
man.
Shogun frames. Can I discuss the Q system? Is it
Yeah,
now?
yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So, you know, most stipplers do a Ceratoders, really any custom shop, I should say, does a book
Mhm.
open, book close, book open, book close. But I actually got the idea from a fellow stippling friend of mine who does a queue system. So
Mhm.
his books are always open. But okay, so if you go to my website and you go to services and then you click on Glock and you try to add that to the cart, you won't be able to. It's just going to say add to wish list. What you
Okay.
have to do in order to book your place in line is there's a tab called reservation, right? So that's in the menu, right? Reservation, and you'll see instructions, basically, or a description explaining how the queue system works. And then beneath that is a reservation tab or picture that you'll click on, and it's $50 to book your place online. Um, so you book your place online, and I update the list, and I show the queue, and I update it, at Serico, being prepped, whatever, right?
Okay. So it's almost like tracking for your
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
that's what's up.
And when it's time for me to accept the first, second, or the next batch of frames, in this case, the first batch, because it's a new system I'm implementing,
Mhm.
that first batch, I basically will be calling everybody personally to discuss the project. What do you want? What are you looking to do? You know what I mean? Like getting all the
Yeah.
details worked out. And then I activate the add to cart feature on my website. So I'll be on the phone like, all right, it's active. Go ahead and actually choose all the options, add it to the cart, and then I give them a $50 coupon code that knocks off that $50 from the reservation, right?
Okay, okay,
$50 reservation charge. So
okay.
that gets applied to your cart, right? So I give them a coupon code for that. And then after I get off the phone, I shut it down so no one sneaks in there.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm gonna try that queue system out and see how it goes. I hope, like, my fear is that people won't know about that and they'll just go to services and see add to wish list. I'm like, damn, his books are closed. You know what I mean? So it's a piece
You
of trash.
you all yeah, I know, right? You, that's funny, Sarge. You almost need to put, like, a banner on every page of your site that says, like, "To understand the queue system, click here," kinda thing. You know what I mean?
That's a good idea. I have it on my Glock. So the build your Glock, the katana package, and the Shogun, I
Mhm.
have it on all of those. And my hybrid, I have it on that. We're like, hey, to order this, you have to go to the queue system. But yeah, I could put it like in the gallery. I could put it, frame mods.
You know what you
I could
could
put it on
do?
all.
You could do okay, so this actually could be super helpful. You could go to your YouTube channel, you could do a quick video explaining it just like you just did, and you could embed that video in anything, at the bottom of a page, at the bottom of every page on your site on particular products, and that
Oh
way
yeah.
it's always there, but also it's still customer facing for anyone that sees it on YouTube is like, "Who's the Shogun guy?" Right? They may not know who you are, click and boom, they're at your site, right? So it'll be a relationship of reciprocity. It'll be anyone that goes to your site sees a video, and anyone that sees the video could go to your site.
Right, right. That's a good idea,
You know
man.
what I'm
Thank you.
saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that actually. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, it'd be
I'll
cool.
put it out to my 80 subscribers.
You know what? It's all my other channel. Let's see what it's at right now. So it was at like 25 subscribers when I started this, and now, hey, I'm at 55 subscribers. That's what's up. That's awesome. See, it takes
It's
time,
hard.
dude. It's
Hard on
taking
a
me,
channel, man.
yeah, man. It's tough. It's taken me 3 years to get to the 4,250 some odd whatever subscribers. It's intense, man, and it's DLD to Shoguns Glock frames cut out material to eliminate Glock knuckle. Uh, yeah, you want me to here? We pulled up some pics earlier, but let me see.
Absolutely. While you're doing that, I'll address the question. Who asked that question?
Oh, that was M. Gabriel.
Oh, M. Gabriel. All right. I'll just call you Gabriel if you don't mind. Yeah, man. So I'm glad you actually asked that. So, I have like a whole philosophy on framework, right? I'm not going to get like super into it, but there are some things I take pride in my framework, areas that I really pay a lot of attention to, and that's two areas. One is the front strap and the back strap. Okay, you got the four edges, right, of the
Here,
front
keep
and
going. I
back
need to
strap.
step off for 1 second, but keep going.
So when I first started stippling, and even some stipplers to this day, because I felt, other framework, it's not knocking them. Um, when you sand off the texture on the frames, and especially for Gen 3s, when you take off the finger grooves, you have to really contour the front strap and the back strap, the edges, right? Not the center, but the edges. So in that photo you're looking at now, just the left and the right side, you have to really round those off, because we all know a Glock feels like a brick, right? And it's because it's so rectangular. So those four edges, those four lines, I like to go round those off. Okay. That way there's not a high spot right here when you grip the frame. Okay. If you really grip a frame, that's not contoured properly, you'll have a hot spot right here. You're not going to enjoy shooting your gun. That defeats the whole purpose, right? So I take a lot of time and a lot of pride in like making the gun comfortable in that sense. Two is the primary undercut, the single undercut. So that Glock knuckle. Excuse me. Two things gets rid of the Glock knuckle. I wish I could hold the frame up. Two things gets rid of a Glock knuckle. Most people only do one. Not everybody, but most stipplers only take care of the first issue, and that's where that contour, that Glock, that where your finger goes, that contour. They don't. They only push that forward. Okay, they open up the channel a little bit. Okay, and they push that forward. That's good. That'll give your knuckle room. Okay, that's only half the battle though. If you take a frame like that and you just go to the range and you put it on the table and then you pick it up and you shoot it at the range, you're gonna be like, this is awesome. I have no Glock knuckle. But if you don't contour the edges of the undercut, okay, if you don't round them off and you leave that sharp, and because it looks nice when you leave it nice and flat, like it looks like killer, you know what I mean? And then you go take a class and you're holstered. When you go to unholster your gun and that finger hits the trigger guard and starts sliding under as you get your grip, man, you're riding a sharp, abrasive edge, and your class is not going to be fun. You're going to have a slow, tentative, timid draw, right? So yeah. So I push the Glock knuckle forward like everybody else does, but I don't take that single undercut up too high. A lot of people will take it up too high because like, oh, I can get super high up on the grip. Yes, you can, and that's a cool benefit to have, but not at the expense of trapping your finger in that undercut. You
Yeah.
know, just because you opened it up, you know what I mean? Like, doesn't mean you can go super high, because now you're kind of taking away 50% of what you just did. You just had this great outcome of pushing your Glock knuckle up forward. Now you reduce that effect by half because you took it up so high.
Yeah.
So I do a good job. I try to do a good job. I focus on contouring the single undercut. So yeah, man, I hope that wasn't too long-winded, but you kind of hit a good question for me. Yeah, I like to make sure that that area is taken care of.
Yeah, I think it's important because what it sounds like from what I've heard discussed in the past, even between you and I and others, is that most companies, most stipplers, most times you see even just dudes in their garage. A lot of times you just see dudes take a barrel shaped bit and just go, "Ing," and it's usually in the wrong place, and
Yeah,
there's usually no secondary relief, right? You're not rounding those portions to like truly get the benefit of that exaggerated undercut or increased undercut. It
love that.
also helps you grip the gun higher. It
Yeah,
helps you shift the felt recoil. There's so many other benefits to like, and it's almost like most dudes out there, like I saw somebody say, and no shade by the way, I'm just saying like we all have our different preferences and all that, but like somebody said just get a Gen 5 or a P80. Until you feel one in your hand that has been tailored like that, it's like, whoa, I
yeah,
didn't even know what the difference was. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
ignorance is bliss, right?
yeah, yeah,
When you don't know something and like it's blissful.
Yeah, yeah. Now this may not show it doesn't show the edges as well as let me see if I may have another picture here. Which one
You
was
will see that contour on the hybrid, or maybe even this one. Actually, I think if you pull up the side view of this one or the hybrid, you'll see the beveling on the single undercut. You can kind of see it in that. You can kind of see how the light is reflecting off the single,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
You can kind of see it there.
But I know I had that side picture. It's just hard to tell in the
Glock perfection, yeah.
yeah, Glock perfection. Is this one it? Sorry guys, I'm looking at um thumbnails here.
Not yeah, that doesn't really show so actually go back to that, actually.
Okay.
This is actually, this is good.
This one, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Now really zoom in on that single undercut.
All right, let me pull it back up here. Yeah, this one.
There you go. So you see there's a spot where it looks really thin?
Like
Like, move to the left a little bit, keep go towards the trigger, right there. See how that looks?
uh yep.
It it it's an illusion, right? Now, it's true that the so what's happening is the contour is moving up to that part, and it's creating a thin barrier between the other side of the inside of the trigger guard and the cut itself. Okay. So yeah, it's thin, but the material is still thick because there's an underbelly, right? There's
Mhm.
still an underbelly there. And that's where the bevel comes in, because it's not straight across, it's beveling up. And then that bevel just happens to come right up to the inside of the trigger guard and gives it an appearance of like, oh, damn, that's too thin, but it's not. So maybe that kind of paints a visual of kind of like how you want to always keep a belly to your undercut. You don't want to just keep it straight across.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I wish I had other photos to. You know what? Go to my IG. I got the perfect. This picture is going to say 1,000 words. Go back to my IG,
Okay. Let me see.
please.
Stop sharing. And then I think this one. Yeah,
For
this one
sticking
looks
around,
good.
guys. Man, you got 53 viewers in here still.
Yeah, man. I think because I started so late, I think a bunch of people gave up. Usually I'll be pushing like 80 something, 90 people. But
Damn, I didn't. Okay.
for those of y'all that are sticking around this whole time, man, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, thank you too, man.
Okay. All right. Which
So, yeah, scroll down. You'll see a green Glock.
green Glocka? Hey, there's a strike.
Yeah, yep. So it's that one, but keep going, actually. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, right there. So okay, see that? Yep. Click on that. Scroll through the photos. I know I have, yeah, you can kind of see the bevel there. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a good shot right there, actually. So are you
Yeah,
able to zoom in on that?
I can't, unfortunately, not on IG.
Dang, okay.
Is there
Okay. Well,
another?
those last two photos kind of show a good job of what I mean by like the bevel, right? So if you go before that, yeah, go back to the beginning. Yeah, that one, you can see it from the side, the beveling. And then I think the one either after or before that will also show. Yeah, so I got this after.
Yeah,
Yeah, so if you go two more to the right, yeah, one, two, one more. Yeah, there. I mean, you can probably, yeah, just go to my Instagram. Anybody who wants to see,
yeah,
and you'll see what I mean by keeping an underbelly to your undercuts, and that way when you go for your grip, you're drawn from the holster. You have a nice round surface to just glide your finger through. You don't want to hit any hard edges, man.
yeah, yeah. That's what's up, man. Yeah, sorry, on IG, it doesn't because it wants to show the content, but then also
Yeah.
the comments and the
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Kinda like your phone where you can kinda zoom in, you're on the computer, right?
Yeah, yeah. So it's a little different, but yeah, and guys, check out shoguncustoms.com, right?
Yeah, my website, yeah, shoguncustoms.com. Yep. That's
Yeah.
where you can see all the that's where you can get in line if you want some framework. You can see my in-house products if you just want to order a frame that's already stippled and ready to ship. If you want to chat, man, the best place is just on my Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm pretty responsive on there, and that's where I do all my updates, my lives, and my stories and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah. Now, for from what you said about the website, it sounds like at any time anyone could jump on and just for $50 make a reservation.
Yeah.
And then based on the time of your books, whenever it may be, you'll contact them, give them a call, and kind of walk them through a consultation of like, yo, here's like, the project, here's what I want, here's what I don't want, here's what, whatever, kind of go through like the consultation. And
Mhm.
then they'll be given a moment to get access to go through, click what they want to add, and then boom, the $50 gets credited towards uh their total, and then they can just start the process then.
Yeah, exactly, man. And I put their names in the order that they booked the spot, right? So
Okay.
like if they book a reservation and they're like the third person, I'm not gonna like put them 20th. I'm gonna put them third. They're gonna be the third person I call, like, hey bro, you're third in line. Time to send in your frame, right? So they don't send their frame in until I talk to them on the phone, say, hey man, I'm ready for your frame.
Nice.
I'm about to wrap up this last frame, in a day. By the time yours gets here, I'll be ready for it. I'll get it shipped out to you, a couple of days later, or depending on,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I
yeah.
just say that actually. Holy shit, 2 day turnaround time. If you're doing a hybrid with no Cerakote, I'm gonna get that done in 1 day and ship it out to you the next business day.
Hold
You
on, hold on. If okay, so you guys need to understand what he just said. He said that
know?
if you're doing a hybrid, which is laser stippling and hand stippling, you're saying you'll get it out within a day or maybe two?
Yeah. The laser helps speed things up, man. I mean, I can bang out a
That's
hybrid
insane.
in a day.
That's insane.
Yeah.
How many stipplers do you know that are kicking out jobs within a day or maybe two? You don't hear that.
It's tough, man. It's tough to do. It's if you don't have a laser and you're just doing everything by hand, and if you are doing 1 or 2 frames a day or whatever, it's not fun, So
Yeah,
uh, there's another stippler who literally on his website is like, lead times are just, between this and this. He's like, I balance out work, family, and God. Sorry.
yeah,
He's like, I want to live a life too. When I was in Utah running Shogun, man, I was in the basement 10 hours a day, every day, you know,
yeah,
and I didn't go outside. I didn't do anything, man. I stopped shooting. I was doing a lot of training up until then, man. When I started Shogun Customs, my martial arts stopped because, I was teaching before that, right,
mhm,
for a decade. But then COVID. A good
yeah,
timing though, man. I got thrown in the stippling. It was crazy. But I
mhm,
stopped training, I stopped shooting, um, and I just became a slave to the shop, and it's a blessing
yeah,
and a curse. It's a blessing and a curse. So
yeah.
this time around, I hope to kind of balance my life out a little bit more, and hopefully this machinery will help with that. John Crump, what's up, bro?
Yeah, actually, it would be a great idea to have you come on John Crump Live. He does a show Monday through Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern, and kind of go through talking about the same kind of stuff we did because we have a lot of cross viewership. Like, a lot of my people watch his stuff, a lot of his people watch my stuff, but it would definitely be a good idea for for you guys to get together.
I've been
Dang, is that the Faceless coming up in here? What's up, Faceless? Good to see you, bro. Yeah, dude, I think that'd be good. But yeah, you got to kind of set boundaries on yeah, your time is literally the most valuable asset that you got. You know what I mean? So, and that could be time with your family, time, with, you know, your God, time with, time actually eating and showering and exercising and taking care of yourself, you know? So
Exactly.
setting those boundaries with what you do professionally and personally, it's super important. So
It is. It is. It's good for your mental health. It's good for your body. Just, it's good for it's good for everything, man. I was gonna text you, SOB. DM me, man. Send me a message on Instagram if you want a laser, and you're ready or not. Just hit me up anyways. I'll put you in touch with my guy, where I get my lasers from. So even after I was like 2 lasers later and all that kind of stuff, I was a fluke. I honestly believe I was a fluke because I got friends in the industry, right? And I'm like, dude, they're like, my lasers never giving me, and we all get them from the same people, man, the same company,
mhm.
most of us. They're like, dude, I don't know, you're like an anomaly. I'm like, I don't know why I've had so much bad luck. Even my mini mill, I had to send the motor back.
Damn, for real.
Yeah, so yep, I don't have the best luck. Kurt 24, what can be done to a slimline Glock like a 43X or a 40, like one
Oh,
of
bro,
those? That's the
Kurt,
hybrid
that
package, baby.
yeah, that hybrid we were just looking
That's-
at, that was a 43X.
Oh,
I
yeah,
guarantee you his head
yes,
was just
sir.
like like that.
Yep, that was a 43X.
Yeah,
Bring it by the shop. Bring it by the shop. You know where I'm at. You know
yeah.
where I'm at. Give me a. Well, I probably don't have your number anymore. By the way, I went from Android to Apple, and I lost a lot of the numbers. So shoot me a text so I know it's you. And yeah, just bring it by the
Yeah,
shop, man. I got you. We'll get it
hell
done.
yeah. At least having all the incoming business gives Shogun options. Absolutely, yeah. That, and you know what? It's if you got 100 people that drop $50 in to get in the queue, then that allows him, if he needs to upgrade his equipment, if he needs to make changes, but whatever it may be, it gives options, and it also sets the expectations of the customers coming in, and they don't have to give up their frame right away, right? So usually most stipplers starting the business with them is sending them the frame, right? And then they sit on the
Yeah.
frame until they can work on it. Then they work on it, and maybe within a day or two or three or whatever, right? Then they knock it out, they get it out, they ship it back. Some people sometimes go weeks, months without their frame. So the
Yep.
process that you just described is way more reasonable. So I like that.
Yeah, man, me too. Dude, I had like a 6 week waiting period at like most of the time I was 6 weeks out, and I'd have all these frames sitting here, and I would feel bad, like, man, these guys don't have their gun. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I think it's a much better system, and I think it's good for everybody, man. So
Oh, this is a good question. And Gabriel says, can Shogun put the Shogun head on the frame instead of the S? You want to talk about that at all?
yeah, I almost want to pull out that one and just show the corner, but
So
I actually
if you come from around and you just slowly bring in just the so I've done it before too, like just bringing in like that,
okay. Yes, I can. I can. I'll even go the extra mile, even, dude. Hold on, watch
like
this.
like I kind of came down like when I was showing like ooh, look at that. Look at that with the Strike Industries logo
Even
right
gonna,
there.
I'm gonna go the extra mile, even. Watch this.
Okay.
Okay, let me turn the light on. Get some shine up in here. Let's see if I can pull this off. Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah.
Huh? Huh? That guy? Yep, I could do
Nice.
it.
There you go. Yeah. So yes.
So there's an option on the website, right? When you get to the bottom, it asks you, do you want the the S icon or logo? I forget what I call it. Um, or do you want the mascot? And there's no charge for any of those. It's just I include it, all the branding, the Shogun at the nose of the gun of the frame, and the logos. Like, I just include the branding. I don't upcharge for that stuff.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for you guys, we had a conversation earlier and we were talking about it. Like so often, you see people post like, "Man, I just got my frame back and I got my carry gun back together." And so and so did, like I love it, but they don't post like Shogun did such a great job, right? But they're clearly bragging on how much they love it. Like
Yeah,
it when you guys get your Shogun frames, and or he also has a, literally sitting right there. We were talking about it earlier on IG where you can handle things. Um, he's got a complete unit there for like $7.99. You just order it right now, free shipping, boom, shipped to you. Like not
out the door.
out the
Yeah,
door, $800 for
yeah,
a Gen 5 complete unit
yeah,
with a Shogun package. Like no waiting, no mailing, no shipping, no.
yeah,
You literally just go to your FFL and do paperwork. It's
yeah,
like boom.
yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
very appealing. When I heard that, I was like, really?
I know, I know. I have like like 6 other shotguns that I plan on putting up on the site, and for the ready to ship stippled frames. But yeah, to go back to what you said, man. Yeah, I've kind of made it like a uh, purpose of mine lately to anytime I see somebody in any kind of Facebook group post a stippled frame,
Hmm.
they brag about how much they love it and they don't tag their stippler. I've been doing it already. I will go on there and be like, hey man, looks great. If you're happy with your work, you should tag your stippler.
Yeah.
We get a lot of work from word of mouth, and it's more appreciated than you know. Like that's kind of like
Yeah.
my script. And then like one guy told me who did it. I'm like, I don't care who does it. I'm like, you need to put. I'm like, he did it
Yeah.
in like the comment. I'm like, put it in your post, and then he like put it in his post.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, man, I like we were talking about earlier, on the live, and some guy was like, that's entitlement. That's got nothing to do with entitlement, man. Like I said earlier, it'd be like a broken record for you, but for the listeners, I
Mhm.
don't I don't need I don't need the praise. You
Yeah.
know,
It's not for your ego.
my ego's I'm no longer 20, I'm 40. You
Yeah.
know, yeah, I'm past the ego. You don't need to inflate it. I don't need recognition. Um, what I appreciate and what I think the world needs is an exchange of energy, generosity, sincerity, gratitude. Just reciprocate that. If you're happy with what you got, reciprocate the gratitude and say, you know what, this is how this man makes his living. you know let me, maybe I can get him some more business,
Yeah.
because we were all put here on earth to be great human beings. We were meant to do great things, and you should want to see your fellow man be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And a rising tide lifts all ships, right? That's another quote I like.
Yeah.
So, that guy, and he didn't upset me or anything, but I just was like, it's got nothing to do with entitlement, man. You know,
Yeah.
like if it was, what do I care about another stippler getting recognition?
Yeah. You're doing
If
it for them.
I'm doing it for them, I'm doing it for the good of humanity. Like
Yeah.
all think this way.
I got this thing. It was told to me like all good quotes and concepts. I certainly didn't create it, but somebody said, care more, share more, learn more, earn more. And it stuck with me because it was like, so many times in this world with like just the way fucking money is, man. Like I'm what money has done to people in our country and the world, and it's kind of disgusting. So many people put earning more on the front end, and they forget that like you don't get to earning more and creating big things by just focusing on that. So when you focus on care more, share more, learn more, earn more in that order, things just typically tend to
That's
fall
a
in place. Yeah.
good order too, actually.
Yeah, man.
Like I
Uh,
like, I remember that.
thank you. Benchies says, "How about for people behind enemy lines?" So first off, I just want to give a shout out to people like California and in some other states. Uh, there are more freedom fighters in California right now fighting choosing to stay. They got the money to move. They could choose to leave and be out of there today, tomorrow, right? But they're choosing to stay and fight for the cause behind enemy lines, and I love that. So shout out to them, including Benchies. But he says, how about for people behind enemy lines? Do you have any tyrant friendly frames? And if so, do you ship there?
Um, yeah, I ship their Benchy. What's crazy is, I moved out of California when I was 37, right? I was born and raised in San Diego.
Mm.
I grew up there, and I used to tell people there are more gun owners than you think in
Oh yeah.
California. And in fact, we all know John Lovell, right? Warrior Post Society.
Hmm.
He was on I don't know if it was his podcast or another person's podcast, but he was like, by far, my classes sell out the fastest in California.
I
He
believe
goes,
it.
my classes are always packed anytime I go to California. He's like, there are so many gun people in California. Dude, it's LA and San Francisco that messed it up for us.
Yeah.
You know,
Most of like the when you look at like all of SoCal, like there's so many people they completely disagree with what like somebody mentioned, there are no blue states, only blue city strongholds. That's so true, man. And that's where the highest, most dense population is, right? So that's what people see when they look at cities. It's just like people coming in from out of the country, they know about California, like LA and New York, and like that's it, right? They don't know about the rest of the country or the states even. So it's just a different perspective.
but to answer your question, Benchy, hell yeah, I'll ship there. I'm legally allowed to, first off, so there's no problem. Um,
Mhm.
I won't lose my FFL.
Yeah.
And, maybe that's a good. I do have a Gen 3 26 frame here that maybe I can throw up on the site. But yeah, anybody from Cali could ship me a frame and I can do it, man.
I also have an idea that actually popped in my head while we were having this conversation that offline we could talk about to see if you could potentially inject even more freedom and Shogun love into other states too. So we could chat offline about that.
Okay, man.
Oh yeah. Let me just put this here again, just so you guys know. I'm gonna put here. This is my new channel. I'm sorry, I'm pumping it so hard, y'all. I just want to make sure that y'all know that I got this other channel. It is the DLD TV channel. Make sure you go there whenever after the stream or even now for a moment. Watch it, like it, comment, and share it if you could. That'd be super super helpful. And I could bring that up because I'm sitting it from like 25 subscribers to 55 subscribers. So it's struggle bus. It's growing.
Mhm.
CNT Designs and Arms says training with Warrior Poet Society was awesome, even if John was not the instructor. Yeah, see, when you're in a leadership role, you get to pass on your standards and expectations, and then those other leaders continue to push the same standards and expectations. And when we talked about ego earlier, right? People get so caught up, especially when they have a brand or when they have something that everything needs to be them. People do not come to you. They do not use you or your brand or your services because of you. They come to you because of the standards and expectations that you represent, which it can't be scalable or duplicitous if it's just you, right? So it's got to be something that, like, if one day, if you have if Shogun has a building full of stipplers, they're pushing his like his product on. It doesn't have to just be him. It's the standards and the expectations that he represents as a leader. So
Exactly,
you
I'm
know
doing cute quality control, anyways.
hell yeah, hell yeah. Kurt, it looks like Kurt's rolling out. Kurt, peace, brother. Looks like I missed when Mike McClune said bye, so peace out, Mike McClune. Sub to DLD Shorts. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate you. Somebody made a joke about if I'm going to be doing all these shorts, I need to make sure I do pants too. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. And 44. 44? What 44? Oh, 43 likes and 48 live chatters. That's a damn fine ratio. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. But before we close out here, anything else you want to you want to to the people? What's the best way that they can support you?
I did see the end is near. Beware. If someone sends in a frame, does it have to come back to an FFL? No, it doesn't actually. I
Good
know
question.
there's been a lot of stuff like that going on the last couple years with carriers and all that kind of stuff. But no, everything can happen between me and you, and that's it, right? So the process is pretty easy, man. You go to don't go to the post office.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a big prison time.
Yeah.
Go to UPS. Unfortunately, in my building, I can only accept UPS because the one time somebody used FedEx to send a shotgun here. It was my cousin. I just did background check for him, you know. He's like,
Mhm.
"Can I use you to receive this?" I'm like, "Yeah, but make sure they send it at UPS."
Yeah.
They sent it FedEx. Okay. The building I'm in is a shared building with other like, or there's like a gym in here. There's other artists. There's graphic designers in here, right?
Yeah.
Dude, there's a main lobby with like this little cubby system for shoes.
Oh.
It's not shoes, it's for mail, right? A little
Yeah.
cubby
Yeah.
system.
Yeah.
Everyone at the post office and FedEx just puts everything in that general lobby.
Yeah.
UPS is the only person, the guy, George, will knock on my door. Yo, doop, 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 got your package, and he'll bring it to me.
Mm.
So FedEx shipped the shotgun and dropped it off in the lobby.
Accessible to everyone.
I'm in Detroit.
Oh.
First off, you know what I'm saying? Like, not that he knew, but there's the door is right there, and then that part of the building's all glass.
Mm.
I'm like, thank God this is an unmarked box. And so my cousin's like, yo, I thought you were sick, and because I've been getting sick a lot lately. But I'm good now. I'm good now. Two hospital visits in 3 months, but I'm good. I'm good now, man.
Dang.
Yeah. Dropped about 15 pounds, man. I was having trouble eating for a while. I don't know what was. They still can't figure out what was up with my stomach. But anyways, anyways. Yeah, so he's like, I thought you're chilling at home today. I'm like, yeah, I am. He's like, dude, it says my shotgun got delivered. It's adult signature too.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
You know,
they
they-
so rarely actually abide by the signature, man. It's crazy.
yeah, man. So avoid 7 Mile at all. I live off of 7 Mile.
Damn.
Yeah, I live off of 7 Mile and Woodward. Yeah, if
Damn.
you know that, yeah, that's like, yeah,
There's
it ain't the worst, but it ain't it ain't a cakewalk either.
I'll tell you the same thing happened. First off, shout out to George, who sounds like an incredible UPS driver, right? Shout out to George and all the other Georges out there. All right. But
Yeah, man.
man, Big Mac Customs, he's an FFL. He does transfers and stuff like that all the time. And the dudes are just literally dropping it in the middle. He has a similar setup where he's got a building that's accessible to anyone in the building and anyone outside of the building that feels like walking in, and they're just dropping firearms, plopping them right in the middle. And sometimes like some of these boxes that these manufacturers and companies ship them in literally have like markings on them. Like,
Right.
yeah, it's like Remington, and it has like the outline of the shotgun on the other end. It's like, oh my god, bro. Like,
Dude, can't do that, man.
yeah.
But yeah, to answer your question, send it to me UPS, and I'll send it right back to you. And I can go through the post office and because I'm an FFL, right? So I can go through the post office and send it right back to you. So
So an FFL can go to USPS and ship it,
Mhm.
but an individual can't.
Yeah, correct.
Interesting. Okay, I did
Yeah.
not know that. And shout
Yeah.
out to you. The end is near. Beware. I appreciate the question. That was a very good question.
Yeah. It was a good question, man. When you go to UPS, though, for anyone out there listening, or who cares, if you do ship a gun through UPS, don't tell them, because then they make you go to like this other facility and they make you go through this whole rigmarole. It's stupid, man.
Metal parts. That's what I said. Metal parts.
And I just tell people like, just say stuff. Just give them a look like
Yeah. Well,
normally they don't ask. They just go, anything hazardous, blah 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 blah. You just go, no.
yeah.
But yeah, if they're like being stubborn about it and they want to know, well, what is it? Yeah, fucking metal parts or records or VHS cassettes or
Yeah.
that's
Dude,
tapes.
I shipped a Draco UPS, and when I shipped a Draco to Ford's Custom Gun Refinishing in Florida, and they let me take this just to show. Um, I wanted them. This is when I was a stupid kid, as if much has changed, right? I wanted them to do a hard chrome, brushed chrome finish on an AK. So I shipped an entire motherfucking Draco in UPS. And the dude was like, what is this? I was like, metal parts. He was like, metal parts to metal parts. Okay, metal parts. And like that was
Well,
I was like, man,
cool,
we're not
bro.
doing this. Yeah, like what do you want me to give you
That's
an inventory, dude? You
yeah,
know?
come on, man. Sport
Yeah.
brand. Yeah, living in Flint, yeah, Flint, Michigan. I mean, yeah, I hear the water's real good out there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he said, I'm so sorry. It's
Man,
okay. My grandparents lived off Hammerburg in Flint, Michigan. I get it. Yeah, everywhere's got a spot like that, you know. So
hey, man. Yeah, it's true. Even San Diego, sunny San Diego. You go to places like
yeah.
National City. Barrio Logan. You go to Highland, uh, or Skyline Drive. Like, what a lot of people don't really, I think they miss a lot is California. I mean, that's like the epitome of essays, Bloods, and Crips.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, East Coast you don't really have that. You have like drug gangs, right? Like there's no Bloods and
Yeah.
Crips in Detroit. You got cliques, right?
Yeah,
But
neighborhood
when
gangs
I
and
was yeah, when I was growing up, man, you had orphans, OPHS, homie. They're, Mexican. They lived like 3 blocks from me on Sunshine Street, and but you had essays, Bloods, and Crips, and yeah,
yeah.
California is not just palm trees and sunshine and ocean. It's a lot of that, but man, like especially in the '70s, it was cracking, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Dude, my wife went out to school in LA, and being on the East Coast, like we have a completely different, like, well, everything is different on the East Coast, the way people
Yeah,
talk.
rolling hills in LA.
Yeah, yeah, rolling 60s, rolling 20s, rolling well, like, I remember when I was trying to tell her, like, you don't know what LA is gonna be like, and I know some dudes from LA, and, like, let me try to explain it to you, and then she got there, and she called me, and she was like, "What's up with all these this and that?" I was like, "Man, I told you, it's a totally different world out there." It's,
Yeah, I saw a bunch of people in Gary Payton jerseys with the number 20 on it. It was weird.
yeah,
They all like him.
right?
Like,
Were they leaving a game or something? Like, you know?
yeah, exactly.
Hoova Deuce. Yeah, it's a different world, and I don't, like, have a huge connection to, California or anything, but it's a dope place, man, and it's a shame to see, like, such a beautiful place in the world, like, such a remarkable place with some of the most gorgeous geography in
Yeah,
I would say in the country, and,
we have every
yeah,
mountain, deserts, ocean, snow. People don't know, but it snows in California.
yeah,
I was in San Diego, 40 minutes up the mountain, it would snow. Just the other
mm,
night in the city, the low was 33. you know,
damn.
so yeah, you're right, Dark. Geographically, man, it's gorgeous.
It's just terrible to see what's happened from, of the perspective of, like, freedom, independence, and liberty and whatnot. It's crazy, you know?
100%, bro.
But what we could do is we could support the freedom fighters that are still over there, doing their thing. So, well, I know, we got to go ahead and wrap it up here and bring it to an end. And guys, I want to remind you to please make sure that you go follow Shogun. It's Shogun _ customs on Instagram. hit them with a bunch of likes. I call it a like bomb. When you go to like their profile and you go to the last 10 pictures and you just double tap, double tap, double tap, double tap, double, like give them some love, right? Excuse me. And then if you want to, anyone at any point, unlike most stipplers, could for $50 reserve your spot in line, and you're not sitting in your frame until it's time, to get the work done, and he's going to be quicker than most of your options. But more importantly, you're going to get some of the best frame art done that will be the most comfortable shit you've ever felt. And I can't wait. One day I will have a Shogun package, and maybe even with a Shogun slide and barrel, and I'm
Get the
pumped
whole
about
thing,
that.
man. You gotta get the whole thing.
Got to.
And you know I'm gonna charge you extra.
Of course, right? I've earned it now,
30% plus, on top.
Yeah. Rusty Shackelford. I'm an hour from the desert, an hour from snow, and 30 minutes from the coast. Love Cali. Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. Thank you,
Cali's
Bob.
really wild. Had a family reunion back in '85 in Compton. Needless to say, we never had a family reunion there since.
Compton, man. You saw what Compton just did. They drove the whole car through the bakery and stole registers, and like 100 of them, like looted. Just did you see
Oh,
it?
nah.
Idiots. They walked. It was like I think they got like $2,000 worth of cash. He crashed the car
Dude.
into a well-known like staple bakery in the neighborhood, which sucks, man. Like, come on, dude. You live in the same city. You know what the struggle's like. You're out
Yeah.
here fucking with your own people
Yeah.
that are struggling just like you.
Yeah.
Like,
A lot of people that do this kind of shit, number one, they don't care. Number two, the ones that do fight their own guilt and whatever, they're like, oh, well, it's a business. They got insurance and they got that. Like, it's grimy, man. But most people that are, engaging in criminal activity like that, they don't give a shit.
no, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Most of them are probably junkies just trying to get high.
Yeah, I just hate it, man. It's just small business owners and probably been in the family for generations, and then they got to deal with riots and all that stuff. It's sad, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. Oh, nice, Bob. Thank you. I dropped like 10 to 15 likes and subbed, of course.
Thank you,
Hell
Bob.
yeah.
My
Hell
man.
yeah.
Appreciate that, honestly.
Hell yeah. Well, in wrapping up here, anything else you want to add? Any in closing? Any advice for the viewers or anything? Life advice, sibling advice, anything like that?
I usually do. I used to finish my lives with a little punchline. I don't really recall how it goes now, but it's just live by some kind of code. Let's treat people with sincerity. Let's listen with compassionate ears. Let's use our hearts more, and let's just treat each other better.
Damn, bro. Yo, that is like so similar to what I say every time I close a live stream. And that's what I love. Like, you got to connect yourself with like-minded people that, think like you, that act like you, and you could do more with each other, So well, in closing, guys, make sure that we support your boy Shogun. He's out here doing crazy things. His books just opened today. So here's your chance. You can go reserve your spot for $50. And in closing, too, make sure that we support the companies that support us. Right? We are a very small percentage of the world, and then we're a very small percentage. The gun building world is such a small percentage of the gun industry, under 3%. So we got to support each other. So we got to support companies like Goonbeam. Like, look, bro, really? Like, who would even the fact that this even exists is just
You got your own light, bro.
I know, right?
Done one.
We have the DLD blue glowy light, like Max
Yeah.
Glowy edition, like and I will say it's got the low. Dude, that's so crazy to see. It's got the low.
Don't even look
medium.
real, like you said earlier. That doesn't even look real when you put your hand and man, that's grip, dude. That's weird to me.
Dude, it is so weird. How did I get it like it was before? It was
that's good enough for me, man. That still looks wild.
there it is.
Yeah,
That's
dude. It looks like you're on a green screen or something. Like what?
I know.
I mean, it's strange.
It's crazy. Yeah, I actually thought about it and I was like, man, I got to be careful if I use this outside because you can literally like see the beam outside, right? It's crazy. And I was like, man, if it like flashes past like cars or something, they're gonna think that it's the police pulling them over or something. So
They are.
yeah, I got to be careful with that. But yeah, if you guys go in the description, then you'll see we could support Goonbeam, companies like companies like my people at Tack Knives. You can use code DARK to save 20% off OTF knives and Tack Knives. You can support AR Takedown Tool, and all the people. Just check out my description, and you'll see Aegis Gun Care, Gideon Optics, PR Triggers. And if anyone is looking for links for these, hit me up on Instagram, and I can get you guys links that'll save you money and also support the channel too. And yeah, oh, you had something else? Go ahead.
I do.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about doing a dark 10 discount code for Shogun?
Ooh, hey, that's a big deal. Anything I could do to help you and help the viewers out there, I am absolutely down for. And that's not something you usually do, right?
No, your viewers are so awesome. I mean, like, I'm feeling generous. I might just create a coupon code in on the website called what? What do you want it to be? DLD 10, Dark 10? What do you want it to be?
Usually my viewers know that wherever they're going, they can at least try to type in the code dark. So if you just want to do code dark,
Code
and
Dark.
we'll tell people that it'll save them 10%.
Yeah, let's just start pushing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, give it to all your viewers, man.
Okay.
Increase the value of your
Appreciate that.
channel. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Blessings on blessings on blessings. That's what's up. Look at that. Sport Brand said, "Oh, geez, the Shogun's dropping blessings."
That's right,
Hell yeah,
man.
man. Decked. Yeah, thank you, Benji's. Appreciate you. Yeah, so now you guys probably whenever Shogun gets in there to do it, you guys can actually go put in code dark to save 10% off the top. Look at
I'll
that.
do it right after this live. It don't take me long, and then I'll head home and go to sleep.
Beautiful, beautiful, man. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you staying up so late just to come on the show with me, even though I was late myself. So
It's
I
okay.
appreciate that, man, for real.
Oh,
Guys, make sure we support them and support those that support us, right? We're a small community, so we need to stand together and use all this energy for positivity, growth. And in closing, remember that you're only as good as your own expectations and your own standards that you bestow upon yourself and project to others. And some of my rules that I like to share are: rule number 1, be kind. It's so important that we're kind in everything that we do. That brief interaction that you have with somebody else could have a massive impact on their life. So just be kind. Rule number 2 is to live a life of care, compassion, contribution, give to others. When you bless others, you become blessed, because a hand that's open to give is open to receive. Rule number 3, because we know the only way for us to defeat evil is with good men skilled in violence. Make sure that you're becoming as highly skilled in violence as you possibly can be, and be safe, be dangerous, and keep that thing on you. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're out of here. I'm dropping that new channel one more time. Show Shogun some support, show him some love, and we'll catch y'all on the flip side. I appreciate you guys.
thank you, guys.
Peace. Thanks, Shogun. Appreciate you coming on.
Thank you, man. Awesome.
Later.